Hi guys, hope all of you all are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the supplements that I personally use that have helped me a lot in my fitness journey for about 6 to 7 years now. So I'm talking about here the most important supplements to me, and then we move on to the least important supplements. What I mean by that is if you want to skip, you can skip, especially if you're getting all the supplements below. So I've drawn this little pyramid for you. I'll bring it closer just to explain later. If you are confused about supplements, you don't know what to take, this video might help guide you in a couple of things. Stay tuned. Isopure, which is a whey protein isolate. I use this particular brand because I like the taste, and I've tried a lot of protein powders and I've noticed that if I don't like the taste, I will not have it. So I do like an isolate over anything else because I feel like it tastes better, it's just more refined, so it helps me feel better more than anything else, less bloated and stuff like that versus any regular whey protein. Another thing I will say about protein powders is that look for a brand that's giving you the most amount of protein per scoop. So if you have a brand that is giving you, say for example, 25 grams of protein per scoop, but you also have another brand that's giving 30 grams of protein per scoop, you want to look at the pros and cons of that. Ideally, I would pick a 30 gram of protein, but you could just heat this up and make this 30 as well. So calories will differ at that point in time. Also, you're looking for something that is an isolate, you're looking for something that tastes good for you, something that you like, and look at the calories per scoop as well as the protein content that is giving you per scoop. So that comes at the bottom of my pyramid, which is the most important because all my supplements are based on me getting this one supplement properly. While I eat a lot of chicken and a lot of whole natural foods where I get enough protein, for me personally, I just find it way easier, way more convenient for me to kind of get my whey protein in, because it's just a really easy way for me to hit my macros. And especially on the days I don't want to eat so much chicken or non-veg, I just kind of double up on my protein and I'm good. Moving on to the second part, the second supplement that I take almost every day is creatine. So I use Optimum Nutrition, the brand, and I find that creatine has done literally wonders for me. With creatine, what it does is it kind of gives me the extra strength that I need during my sessions. It really helps with my energy. Days I don't take creatine, I kind of feel a little low, a little sluggish and things like that. But it's definitely helped me with my lifts, so that means with my strength. It's been said that there are some benefits to drinking this post-workout. So creatine, I've never loaded creatine. I have about 4 grams of creatine every single day, regardless of whether I'm working out or not. I think initially not have a great reaction to it because I felt like I was quite bloated and was retaining a lot of water in my body. But it took about a week for that to subside, and now I'm hooked. This is also a supplement that I do recommend to my clients, especially my clients who have been in the lifting game for long enough and do want to progress on their strength more than anything else. So creatine tastes like nothing. It's like a little granulated mass that tastes like nothing, and you can mix it with your protein shake post-workout. I kind of just have it anytime that I want, usually first thing in the morning. I'm really quite active in the morning, so I have my coffee and then I'll have like a shot of creatine and it's all good. Here I'm going to move on to the third part of my pyramid, which is fish oil. I recommend this to people who don't eat too many fatty fish or just generally aren't getting enough omega-3s and 6s in their diets. So this comes next, and I think it's really important because it does support some amount of joint health, where it does provide you with good amount of fats, like good fats that you need, which you might not necessarily be getting from your diet in case you do not eat too many fatty fish, for example. These are also present in things like chia seeds, flax seeds. There are vegan and vegetarian options in this. I take a fish oil after dinner usually, just before I get into bed. This is the one supplement that's really lacking in my diet, which is healthy fats. and therefore whenever I consume them I just feel better. I feel like my skin looks better, joint health is much better, and I know that it's definitely doing good to my body because it is a natural supplement and there is no harm taking the supplement as long as you're not overdoing it. So you're not going to take maybe 5 capsules a day, or you're not going to eat a lot of salmon the entire day and then pop an omega-3 or 6, because that wouldn't make sense for you. Right, from here I'm going to talk about my vitamins and minerals and how I supplement them. So the first thing I use is the Himalayan Organics. This is a very specified multivitamin because I did get my blood work done and it showed me that I was deficient with vitamin D3, calcium and things like that. So I've got a very specified multivitamin for that. So it has D3, B12, calcium, magnesium, zinc. These all go in tandem. Like one mineral or one vitamin helps the other absorb better. With this, I genuinely see so much of a difference when I take this multivitamin. I take it right after breakfast and I have, maybe it is a placebo, I can't be too sure, but I definitely feel a whole lot better. And I take it every alternate day because I'm starting with a microdose just to see how I feel and then get into the hang of it. Revital. So it's like my little insurance pack. So in case, especially when I'm eating on a deficit and I'm not getting enough vitamins or minerals, I kind of depend on this. It has all the vitamins in it, and a lot of people will say that taking a multivitamin is like expensive pills because PR whatever you don't need. And with me, I don't kind of look at that as a problem personally, and therefore that's why it comes with the second part, because multivitamins aren't important as long as you feel like you're eating enough whole foods and vegetables and leafy greens and all the colors to ensure that you're getting enough of these through your food. And it is very, very possible to do that. Do a blood test, see if you require certain kind of vitamins or minerals, and then opt for these guys. And lastly, the least important supplement according to me, but I do take it sometimes, is a BCAA. Now, why do I call this the least important? Because if you're getting enough protein, you do not require BCAA. Again, you're just going to pee out whatever you don't need. And it's not like these are cheap supplements. So like, I would rather have you save your money than spend money on things that you don't really need. I'm someone who sweats a lot, not just in the gym, but just otherwise as well. And I feel like I'm losing a lot of energy through the sweating. So in the summer especially, I do supplement with BCAA. Do you personally require BCAA if you are not having enough protein? Usually yes. If it's warm and you want an intra workout but you don't want something so expensive, literally go for an ORS or go for Tang. Like, all that stuff is perfectly fine. But a BCAA is good for someone who's not getting enough protein, who feels like there's definitely loss of electrolytes during a workout. And personally, I don't want to shit on a supplement. I just feel like if it works for you, go for it. With all these, pick something that you like so you do finish your supplements. Give it about 2 to 3 months to see if the supplement's working for you, and then make a call from there. Then make a change or reduce something. But just to be very, very transparent with you, you do not require anything on the supplement list if your diet is really, really on point and if you feel like you can hit your macros without any supplementation. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist or not someone who can give you nutritional advice. I'm kind of mostly showing you what works for me. It's also very, very trial and error based. It may work for you, it may not. I do recommend it to my clients after I've worked with them for some amount of time. I have to see their diet, I have to see how much they're eating, and only then supplement with other things. So please don't blindly take supplements. Get your tests done, talk to people who know their shit, and you should be good. So hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I cleared some amount of doubts for you. Bye.